Okay, we're live. We're going to try plugging in this mic, see if that makes a difference. Otherwise, you guys are just going to get crazy noise. No. So somebody needs to put on social that we're live. I see Jenny's next to me. Her thumbs are going crazy. How's everybody doing tonight? If you want to get my attention, put your comments in all caps. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, I think. Test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is this working? It's not working. I can tell it's not working. You know why? Because this is not moving. So, bummer. Very disappointed today because I'm supposed to be able to live stream from my phone, but YouTube hasn't caught up with me. So I can't live stream from my phone. Look, we have it all set up over there on a tripod. And we were going to be able to walk around. And we had this really cool Rode mic to use. But YouTube won't let me stream on my phone. Now, I don't know why. Because I got to have 1,000 viewers. I have 1,000 viewers. Woo! I have to have a certain amount of watch time. I've been passed over that line for a long, long time. I have to have not been put in live stream jail in the last 90 days. Not aware of being put in live stream jail in the last 90 days. And I have to be a verified account. And I already went through that process. So, screw you, YouTube. That's all I'm saying. I might just be streaming this on Odyssey next time. I'm going to play with that. This has made me so mad. I'm irritated. Not fun at all. Anyway, we got the Holler live stream tonight. Jenny's here. Say hi.
Hello.
What are we doing tonight?
I'm going over the SWAT.
The SWAT. Mm-hmm. We have a Holler Neighbors strategic plan that we never finished. That we did a SWAT where we thought about... Oh, Tactical, say hi.
Hi.
You can't hear him. He's too far away. And the freeze dryer is super loud. We did a SWOT where we wrote down all the things. Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. And then we went back and everybody got to circle it or star it. And now I've pulled out the ones with the most attention. And we've got them on the dry erase board.
I can't find the link to
Oh.
it.
So we're never going to get this shared if I don't share it, guys. So here we go. Copying the link. Going to MeWe where y'all are. And it's point and Telegram. Living free in Tennessee. There we go. Telegram knows. You know, the person watching could have totally done this for me, right? MeWe wants to give me a free trial because I'm in the middle of something. Isn't it fun to watch me try to read my computer without my glasses? Anyway, okay, so I got it all shared. Anyway, so we went over the SWOT, and I wrote it down on the dry erase board. So we're going to be on this side of the table, which is better, because then the mic will be on the side away from the darn food freeze dryer. And we're going to talk through the SWOT, which is right behind me. See, strengths and weaknesses. Strengths are black, weaknesses are red. I like to color code my stuff. So last time we talked about this, Tactical, why don't you come sit closer, at the picnic table? We won't be close enough that you'll accidentally touch one of us. It'll be okay.
I'm not touching.
You can sit right there even if you don't want to be, bunched up on one side. And you can just say hi over the top that you're now famous for. He's being the strong silent type. Hi, Dawn. Okay, so the strengths we've got are love and goodwill. Let's get together. Okay, anyway, so we've got that, and we've got that not only with each other, but in the network. And then we've got what? Social capital. I just stepped barefoot on duck poop. It just squished between my toes. Okay. It's really gross. The damn ducks got under my carport. Okay. Social capital and network. That's y'all. And then we have land that will produce as strengths. Weaknesses are communications and clear ownership. This is an issue that we have. I'm totally cleavage shotting every time I come down. It's not that kind of channel.
Yet.
It's not that kind of channel. So, and this is something among the neighbors that we do where we're like, we're going to do this thing. And then we don't say who's going to do the thing. Mental illness, we're all like whack,
we're all
a doodle, we're completely crazy, in case that wasn't obvious. And then financial stability, some of us are more stable than others, but it behooves all of the neighbors to be financially stable, and we can work together on that. And then extreme distaste for paperwork. There is not a single Holler neighbor who likes filling out a form. Do you like forms?
No.
Do you like forms?
I'm not in the military anymore. All I was doing was paperwork.
Okay, they probably couldn't hear you. He's out of the military because he was doing was paperwork. I hate paperwork. Nighthawk hates paperwork. If we add another neighbor, it needs to be like one of those kinds.
Yeah.
Somebody who likes paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
I have an extreme distaste for it. Like, I not only don't like it, like, I really don't like it. Okay. So then opportunities are, there's a resurgence of interest in basic skills, like maker's skills. And that's, I mean, like homesteading and handcrafting and all those things. So tactical made an aquaponics system and balanced it out for a year and then put it up for sale. And somebody wanted that, but they also wanted his advice on how to use it and how it all worked, right? So that happens. That's what I mean. Like, people are interested in stuff like that. Yeah, Dawn, we don't like our forms. And then we just did a chicken processing workshop. We have an open house in 2 days here where people will just kind of see what a mess it is to live on a homestead. Okay. Threats. Oh, opportunities. So increase maker skills. Decentralized distribution is needed desperately in our local community and in our country and in our world, because with all the centralized systems in place that we've become dependent on, when things go wrong, they go wrong big. And if we want all of us in the world to be more stable, we need to empower decentralized systems. The cool thing is, because we have a really cool LFTN network, and then y'all have your own networks, and those networks have networks, we can crack that nut. So that's a big opportunity. And then we're good at food production. That's why you have the loud buzzing in the background, because I'm freeze-drying cheesecake and blackberries. Okay. And then threats are lack of privacy. We can't really... So with decentralized distribution, sometimes regulations come into effect that impact your ability to do that. And so the obvious solution is to have a speakeasy, right? Well, we don't have any privacy here because I'm a loudmouth and I blab about everything. So that's kind of a problem. We can't really do the speakeasy thing here. We're just kind of doing what we're doing. Obviously, people know about it. Yep. Dawn likes redoing forms. Good. You and Sean moved to the Holler. He's actually pretty good at the spreadsheet stuff. External conflicts could impact us. What I mean by that is that people are mad. And mad people do weird things. Like, what did I hear? Somebody like on an airplane got mad about having to wear a mask and bit the stewardess. That was the latest one. Like, people are doing weird shit like that. That they're just mad and they're taking it out on people. And I don't know, like, none of us can know what'll bubble up where, but we're in a time of people are expressing their frustrations in different ways. We've had a lot of, like, weird carjacking, kidnapping, violence, and other things in our community here, like, wider area, 50-mile radius. That's not normal. Like, there's always some of that among people who are more inclined towards those sorts of behaviors. And there's always something. It's kind of blowing over beyond its usual borders. And then all the does. Our threats are all the does. You know what does are?
No, Marvin.
The FDA, the USDA, all the does. They're not a problem right now. The problem is people are screaming for more security, which means more regulation, which means more does. And the more of those that come up, the more likely it is hard to retain ownership. It's hard to keep ownership of what we own now. So I can go and I can buy chicken. I can buy chicken feed. I can build a chicken tractor. I can raise my meat birds. I can process them. And I can sell them in Tennessee up to 3,000 birds a year. By the way, I'm going to have some chicken for sale. That's a way to help get people some pasture-raised, soy-free birds. And it's a way for us to make a little bit of money, which helps with our financial stability, right? But when they try to regulate food problems, which are usually from large-scale manufacturers, something goes wrong, it's a big problem, right? Small-scale manufacturers, it's a different scale. You can kind of tell if they're being sterile when they're being processed. It's kind of a different thing. If they start trying to bring in the Food Safety Modernization Act stuff on our heads, the thing I love to do, which is food, isn't doable anymore. And I'm not, like, I don't want to GPS track, like, my lettuce heads and stuff. Or my little teeny tiny tomato. See my tiny tomato? I have a tiny, that's the tiny tomato. So those are our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Okay, guys, it's time for listener, Holler neighbor participation. Looking at this list, we're going to turn our backs to you now. Looking at this list, what are some projects that we would undertake that will tap into this side and help deal with that side? And is there anything on the weaknesses or threats thing that we're like, this is so big, we just got to knock it out? Anything there?
Well, I think the comms and clear ownership of stuff takes care of this pod specifically, because then we know what everybody's doing.
Okay. And we've actually gotten better at that since we started. We're not all there yet. So what would we do to address communications and clear ownership?
Well, usually we ask who's spearheading whatever.
Yeah.
Whenever we have a project, I think that's helpful, because then we know who the go-to is.
Yeah, you're getting hugs from Dawn.
Thanks, Dawn.
I know what we've started doing is who has ownership of a thing, and the other thing we've started doing is when we have communal projects, we put a price tag on them, like fixed money we're supposed to put into the pot, and we use them, like the crock pot meals, and that makes it more likely somebody's going to use them, because we processed like 90,000 chickens last year, and everybody was afraid to use them.
We've been using them, though.
Yeah, now we're using them, but that's like, that doesn't help us to put meat in the freezer and then not use it, right? So that's good. A project that we have already started undertaking is the open house.
Right.
So how does that fit in here?
Well, it helps with decentralized distribution, because then we're giving other people access to understand how to run and manage, and ideas for things that they can do on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It also links them with the opportunity to learn skills. So we'll be doing demos here. And I think that's helpful. I think the thing that I see as the most opportunity is training people and bringing people together.
Yeah.
And how does that look like a project? Well, an example of a project would be the chicken processing workshop, right?
Yeah.
Where on the positive side for the network, we teach a skill. And on the positive side for the Holler neighbors, we get cheaper meat, because people paying tuition helps us bring the cost of production down. And then that makes the whole thing stronger. So then I see the open house as playing in with helping get tighter relationships, people who haven't met each other to meet each other, so they can start doing stuff like this. And then we can, like, we're going to bring our seeds and do a seed exchange on Saturday. So, somebody may have a seed I really like, and I have a seed they like. We can trade them, or we can just give them away. So that also adds more stability and starts tapping into decentralized distribution.
Right.
That brings me to a question. If we're going to address bigger picture facilitate decentralized distribution, how would we do it? Because just having a place to meet isn't going to do it. What do you think?
We try to decentralize
Distribution of things.
what kind of things.
Choose something. Make it up. I'm getting the I don't know from the redneck.
Well, you're already doing some of that by teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And then giving people, like, the seed thing is, I think it's a good idea, just because there are people who aren't, like, encouraging them to make to grow their own food and things like that.
I think it would be helpful to have a more formalized list of who does what.
Yeah.
Outside of the holler.
That's probably true.
Because the way we've supplied in the last year, as there have been shortages, part of it is pantry management and supply management here. Part of it has been when I don't have something and I can't get it, I know other people in those areas and I call them. And right now, all of that information is in my head.
I think it's a great idea. And maybe we encourage them to do something like an open house too, to teach.
Yeah, I think the more open, and that's where like the Freedom Cell idea comes in. We've invited the Freedom Cell people. Price for the open house is free. I will have stuff for sale here, but and anybody who wants to sell stuff can sell stuff here. But price for the open house is free. The whole purpose is we get out, we get to know each other. Just answering a question in the chat. But what was I talking about? Like sign up to say I actually have insights into, canning jar lids or metal production or commercial food or lumber and that sort of thing, or timber, building supplies or real estate. If you look at everybody, like we have doctors in our network, we have nurses in our network, we have electricians in our network and plumbers and real estate mavens and other content producers and a massage therapist right over there, military guys. We've got a lot of people with a lot of expertise, and it's time for us to openly share, because people who are in manufacturing have insight into what's going on there. People who we have somebody who runs a grocery store in our network.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're seeing weird pop-up food shortages and you're wondering why, like it's time for us to start asking why and find out if it's a real thing. And one way you can do that, if it's the grocery store, is call the grocery store person and say, are you having trouble getting stuff? Likewise, people who see things coming in our network can start saying, without panic, hey, we're noticing that we're about to have like a 60-day delay in resupplying breakers. I know a year ago, an electrician told me that Square D had shut down their plants and weren't going to open for like 9 months. It was 9 months. It was a long time, 6 months or 9 months. And what that meant was that all the Square D electrical supplies that were being sold were stock on shelves and were not being refurbished. Well, that may make me make a decision about what brand of breaker board I'm going to put in on a project if I'm building something, right? Also, it makes you know if you hang on to your Square D breakers, there's going to be this point where they get really expensive and you can sell them on Craigslist for a lot of money. So if people can proactively say it without being all panicky about it, that's really helpful too in our networks. And places we can do that are Telegram, on the Telegram group, or MeWe. Those are the two easiest ones. I don't know. I'm open. We could do a Discord. Jack Speark already has a Discord. We could probably just jump on his. So, yeah. This didn't show up on my yeah. Mark, I know. YouTube hates me. And now that I finally reached the benchmark, thank you everybody for helping getting me over 1,000. They hate me and aren't letting me go anyway. I think it's because I'm a goose, but I'll find out after this. It just didn't work. and it made me grumpy. And I made a pouty face when we took our first picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. The ugly pouty face. Yeah. So I don't know why. YouTube's being a butt. And I might just stream on Odyssey next time, which I believe their streaming is up and running. I hadn't played with it yet, but it'll either be there or float. Why not? Doesn't have to be on YouTube. Speaking of getting over 1,000, somebody said we should do a giveaway.
Yeah.
How do we do that? What should we give away? Should we give this away?
No.
I sold it once.
No.
No barter.
I bartered it. I bartered a day of its time.
You like how they returned him too, though?
Yeah.
You're like, no.
No, we don't want to
Sitting
stay.
back.
Yeah. I can give away coffee, T-shirts. What should I give away in celebration?
I don't know. We should do something, though.
Yeah. Should we do it at the open house?
Yeah, let's do that.
We're going to do it at the open house. And give Jenny away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Ooh, that sounded dirty. We'll just erase the last 30 seconds of my life. Okay. We're not going to give Jenny away, but...
That's because that would get returned too, though.
Yeah, well, we'd take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. I think, we could give a membership away. Or,
Yeah.
a membership, maybe some coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have anything cool to give away?
Let's give away Nighthawk because he's not here.
Yeah, we're going to give away Nighthawk. Because he's not here to defend himself.
Only for 30 days, though.
Yeah. We could do a really fun thing where we do an experience.
Yeah.
How would we do an experience? We could have, they can camp in the hip camp for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could take them through a day at the Holler.
That would be good.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can show them how to, roast coffee and how to sweat in the sun in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do an experience. So we're going to start setting the foundation for that on Saturday. I don't know if we'll give it away Saturday or not.
Yeah, let's
Just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe cook a good meal together.
Yeah.
You can watch all the Holler neighbors bitch at each other.
We don't do that. Not all the time.
Just sometimes.
Yeah.
Anybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so funny. We were talking before this. Jenny said that people keep telling her that all the togetherness that we have is not a lifestyle they could live.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
We're probably together more than most people.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what you're
We
talking
still-
about.
whatever. Y'all are attached at the hip.
We're not together as much as it seems like.
No.
I go days without seeing her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well-
leave the Holler, though.
Yeah, she does leave the Holler. Nighthawk leaves the Holler too. We do get together a lot. We eat meals twice a week, but today's a perfect example. It's a Holler meal night. I made a really awesome pork loin out of leftovers in the fridge that turned out great. I
It was
stuffed
wonderful.
it
yeah.
with fruit and pork rinds and some other stuff. And that would be a dinner Nighthawk would have wanted to come to.
No, poor Nighthawk.
But he's still working, so he's missing it. And I texted him, do you want a plate? Because I'm going to go to bed right after this live stream. And I can send a plate up to his house. But that happens, right? You're out, you're doing your thing, you're just not there. And people miss it. So it's not like you have to be at it. It's just we like to get together and cook. And it's a fun way to catch up on the week and
Yeah.
have ideas. So what else do y'all want to know? Do you want to share any stories from today? Tell them what happened. Come here. Come here. Come here. Tell them what happened.
Oh, apparently she needs to tell me what
What
happened.
happened while you were weed whacking around my shack? Come into the
Oh.
video.
Yeah, I got into a thing of yellow jackets earlier. There was a nest underneath a railroad tie. I went to flip it over. Fortunately, I saw it about the time I got hit the first time in the wrist, and then I just bolted, and they got me once or twice more in the back, and then I was out.
So there I am. I'm making cheese in the house because I took today off of normal work and I just did homestead work today. I'm making cheese, and Tactical walks in, and he's like, I just got anything that will help with Yellow Jacket spins? And he's like wincing like it hurts. Where's your wrist sting?
Can't even see it now.
Yeah, I can't see it now. And I like shove comfrey salve, and I go to walk outside. He's like, well, don't walk near the roasting shack right now. Smart, because then I was going to go potentially to the ER. So I went up and I got comfrey and plantain out of the yard. I diced it up and mixed it with some baking soda, crusted that on there, and he like wrapped it in plastic, and then he had other stings where he put it on there, and now it's pretty much gone. So yeah, hornets. It was like the hornet kind of Yellow Jacket, not like it's like the waspy kind, not the ones that live in a hole in the ground. But that was super exciting.
Dawn says your hair looks amazing. She wants to know what kind of shampoo you use.
Yeah. What kind of shampoo do you use?
Dawn dish soap.
Dawn dish soap. Dawn, he uses Dawn. And other than that, we've just been getting ready for the open house. I spent a glorious 2 hours with my plants today, which means I'm still not caught up. But I got a lot done today and harvested Egyptian walking onions, sage, oregano, and that's like hanging up to dry now. And I got to make cheese. It's always a good day when I get to make cheese. So Tactical doesn't want to stay on camera. Anything else y'all want to know before we sign off? Well, we're going to keep talking about this here and figure out what the heck we want to do when we grow up.
I don't want to grow up.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a holler kid. Yeah. Okay, guys. Catch you in about 2 weeks. Hope to see you at the open house. We're going to be processing a lot of chickens now. We might be processing double chickens. And we are definitely, I'm going to can something. That's all I know. And you can just ask us to see stuff. It's part of the fun. Bye-bye.